take part in for just 4,000 Rand. You get 20,000 starting stack and blind levels are 2 hours long. Then after 5 levels of late registration, there is an add-on. 4,000 Rand will get you an additional 50,000 chips. So for such a small investment, you get so much play of poker. There are plenty of new events happening at Carnival City at Mjpt soon. Mjpt is incorporating some brand new tournaments into our structures, and the first one of those is the Monster Marathon. This is a great tournament to take part in for just 4,000 Rand. You get 20,000 starting stack and blind levels are 2 hours long. Then after 5 levels of late registration, there is an add-on. 4,000 Rand will get you an additional 50,000 chips. So for such a small investment, you get so much play of poker. There are plenty of new events happening at Carnival City at Mjpt soon. Mjpt is incorporating some brand new tournaments into our structures, and the first one of those is the Monster Marathon. This is a great tournament to take part in for just 4,000 Rand. You get 20,000 starting stack and blind levels are 2 hours long. Then after 5 levels of late registration, there is an add-on. 4,000 Rand will get you an additional 50,000 chips. So for such a small investment, you get so much play of poker. There are plenty of new events happening at Carnival City at Mjpt soon. Mjpt is incorporating some brand new tournaments into our structures, and the first one of those is the Monster Marathon. This is a great tournament to take part in for just 4,000 Rand. You get 20,000 starting stack and blind levels are 2 hours long. Then after 5 levels of late registration, there is an add-on. 4,000 Rand will get you an additional 50,000 chips. So for such a small investment, you get so much play of poker.
Welcome back to Carnival City. This is the 4K Little Slam. Event number 8. Gary has been running around just sorting out the table for us, got us chip counts. Seat 1 we have Zeta Bomb, 137,300. Tilan Governor, 143,900. Verschaben Pillay, 271,000. Kobus Buerta, 133,500. Monty Montero, 103,700. And Harder Swanepoel, 282,900.
But that was a quick changeover.
Gary catching his breath quickly, settling into his seat.
Sure.
So in the hijack, Monty Montero, King Jack suited. He's learning quickly where he must put his chips and his cards.
I did tell him.
Yeah, he just had his chips over the box and Philip assisted him. He has limped in. Harder Swanepoel is raised with the King Queen from the cutoff. It's folded round. Tilan Governor with the 4s, pocket 4s as defended from the small blind. And Monty Montero is called, so we'll go 3-way to the flop. And there's the 6 for Monty. He has got the best of the flop. Pocket 4s well behind here now. He's checked. Hardas, who was the original raiser, is going to continue. He's just king high at this point. Bet size is 3.5. So that was our t-shirt winner, Gary, for the Guess the Weight competition.
It was. I just checked on the internet to make sure I got my spelling right, because Brad is far better at Afrikaans than I am, said it wasn't the right spelling. But it is the right spelling. I was right. It's not often I'm right, just most of the time. Well done, guys.
And with this, that pot looks like it was going Tilan's way. He 3-bet there and took that hand down.
Did he indeed? I didn't see.
Yeah. Tilan Governor has 3-bet with pocket 4s. He was behind.
Geez, they're deep here, eh?
Yeah, they're very deep here. Lovely structure. So Tilan's little 3-bet with the pocket 4s. He's taken the hand down. Nice strong play. He's no stranger to the feature table. He spent some time there in the 6K freeze. Zita Blom has been on a feature table before with you, Gary.
I think so. I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
I think the other players might be fairly new to it.
I think most of the players here, apart from Till and Govender, are definitely newish, if not new. But that's good. That's what we want.
You want to see new players on the feature table? Not to say they're new at poker, just new to the feature table.
Feature table, yeah, absolutely. I know. Good poker players. Artists can play.
Oh, he's got a lovely stack there already, Gary.
Yeah, he can play.
He knows how to guess a weight as well.
Looks like Marriott Language has joined the 40k, by the way. I'm just looking on the other camera.
I saw her seated there earlier when I walked past.
So raised by Zita and 3 callers, so she won't be happy to see this 3 ways. And the 2 clubs are good news for Zita.
Thielen has flopped top pair.
And standard continuation there for Zita. Thielen's going nowhere with top pair, of course.
Prashalin is going to fold. And Quibus gets out the way. King is no help to Zita. Does she continue? And she's now checked. And Thielen has a gut shot to add to his jack. Bet 8.3, which was almost pot.
And Zita's decided she's not going to pay that price for a draw, and Thielen prices are out of the pot. So this is hand number 2. Seems like a year ago we started hand number 1 for the other tournament we just finished there. Congrats again to Hagai Danyani, 2nd place Harold Brook, 3rd place Eben Lotterin, and well played, fellas. It's a nice poker. It was a hard slog, but that's what they call it, a marathon. So we were super happy. So Arden Swanepoel will be our under the gun player, bottom right of your picture, and he's our t-shirt winner, so he'll be coming to see us later. And Zita Bomb, that everybody knows here in scene 1 for me is my adopted child. That's fine. So we know each other. So Hardest has picked up Ace King suited here. So I don't know what his size is going to be. There's 3k in the pot, maybe 1.5 to 2k. I don't know what the standard has been at the table.
It's been under the pot, Gary. So we'll see.
He's got a big stack considering that the blinds are still at this level.
He's gone 3.6, which was over pot.
Yeah, so pot plus. Zita with the queen 10 is in the hijack, is probably going to fold this. Thielen follows.
Fold from Mr. Pillay, round to Quibus, and he folds as well. Big blind has called.
So it's Hardest and Monty are going to the flop here, yeah?
That's correct.
So Monty wants to get him our Jack 10 club, welcome. That's not going to help you.
Oh, no, great flop for the Ace King.
That's a monster. Pity they went 2 hearts for Monty. We could have had a draw here, but this is, I think Hardest needs to check here, just a lure for deception. No, he's going to bet it. And I think Monty will just get away from this quick.
So Hardest takes another pot on 282,000. Prashalin as well is over 200,000 as well, Gary.
Yeah, so
he's going along nicely. He's going along very nicely. So the players will just settle in. You can see straight away Thielen was quite comfortable. He's the one that's been there before, not fazed by any of it.
Yeah,
the others
big
will
stack
settle
for
in.
a long time in the first event. So Zita will be under the gun player, the lady at the table, and Thielen will be under the gun +1.
The 2 big stacks are opposite one another, Hardest and Prashalin. So we'll watch the dynamics as they develop. There's players between them.
So we didn't see else. Prashalin with a queen 9 here decides he's going to enter into the fray. given the depth of his stack, I mean 1.2 is nothing. So floating queen 9 here, quite acceptable, I think.
It's just a limp pot so far. Round to
Hardus
Hardus.
has got ace king again. No, I don't think he has. I don't know.
I don't think he would have checked it.
I have a sneaky suspicion that Hardus hasn't got ace king here. I don't know.
I think he would have raised, Gary. I don't think he would have allowed all the limpers to him.
Where is Hardus? Oh, yeah, we've lost him.
He's in the bottom left-hand side of the screen there.
Okay.
Action is on T-Lane. He's going to bet 2.5. Oh, Hardus bet 2.5 on that flop, so he's never betting that with ace king on that flop.
So I don't know if Hardus has actually got ace king here. So we're just going to go with it and have a look.
There's two players left in the hand. Hardus bet that flop. He's going to continue on the turn. So it's highly unlikely that he has got ace king here. That's his previous hand.
Unless he's telling a story.
T-Lane is calling. So we'll go to the river. There's a spade. Also pairs the board.
Right, we're going to have keep a close eye on Hardus's cards, because I think if we got the wrong ones read.
He's checked now. T-Lane
Okay, let's go
checks
back
behind.
to Hardus. Go back to Hardus.
Hardus has to, he's not going to turn over. It's king 7. He's hit the 7, so we won't see Hardus's hand.
Okay, so Tillon takes that down. We shall never know.
So even Monty Montero, who's shed almost 55,000 checks, has still got 79 bigs.
He's doing well.
He's shed a third of his stack and still sitting with 79 bigs. That's how deep this tournament is, Gary. And
plenty of playability, as they say.
Yeah, and a massive turnout for this.
Huge. Huge. I think we're up to 10 tables plus now. Remember, the tables are 7-handed, so 70 players. Okay, Tillon under the gun, 9-2. They're heading back to the dealer, I'm sure. And Prashalan. Don't know much about Prashalan, do you know him?
I've played with him once at a WPT event, but not for long. So
seems like a nice fella, very mannerly. Yeah. When I spoke to him earlier, 8-7 here from the hijacks, going to have a little float. Kulmus gets out of the way. Monty gets out of the way. Around Hardus. I'm going to say if Hardus had ace king again, I'd be surprised. And looks like Zita is going to defend her big blind here. Soldiers in the field. Okay, king, queen, 10. Zita gets the best of it here.
She's hit the middle pip with a straight draw.
She is out of position here, so she's checked it. Prashalan's obviously going to do a continuation. I mean, if Zita sniffs this out, there'll be a continuation donation. Let's see what she thinks, see if he's got the king. She won't know she's ahead with middle pair. And looks like she might be taking the cautious route here. Yep. And Prashalan, nice bet there, good bet sizing, and he'll pick up 4,300. So knows his way around a poker table, obviously.
Yeah, raising from the hijack with 8-7 off.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely not a newbie.
So well done, young fella. This is hand number 6. Blinds at 600, 1,200. 1,200 on the big blind ante. And I'm pleased to say there are 45-minute levels. Hallelujah.
Which in itself are nice long levels, Gary.
Yeah, I think so.
For the norm, you know, if you're used to 20 or 30-minute levels, 45 minutes is very, very good. It's the same as the Grand Slam.
I think 45-minute levels are perfect. That's my personal opinion.
I like 1 hour plus levels.
Every man to his own.
So it's round to Prashalan under the gun. Ace-3 off. Into the muck. Kobus folds. Monty folds.
So I get the impression that Kobus is quite a tight player here. Mind you, to be fair to him, he hasn't really got any cards yet.
Hardus on the button.
7-2 off. Carl Myberg would be proud of you.
Watch the raise. Carl would be extremely proud of you.
In fact, Dobby's in the field. He'll also be proud of you.
And he takes it down.
Easy
9-4 for Zita, King 4 for T-Lane. 7-2 off suit. In a cash game, you show that with pride.
Yeah, so the button, use the position there, raise the small and the big. Neither of them had any holdings. Simple fold. Artist picks up the 3K of the dead money in the middle, and we shall move on. Okay, there's your chip cans. Super deep, super deep.
I just want to keep an eye on the time, guys, to see when our stream will go out.
Normally I get an alert.
Aha. So Cobus Buerta will be under the gun.
What's his nickname, by the way, in the middle bit? It's one of his promotions. They're running a whatever. Is it? New notification. Boom.
That's the promo.
There you go.
Yeah. Right, so Cobus under the gun, pocket sixes. He's just limped in, set mining. Round to T-Lane in the small blind, he completes.
With one of the sixes.
Yeah, 6-3 off. Ace-2 in the big checks. Go three-way to the flop.
4 king 9 rainbow. Ace high, no, sixes ahead.
Sixes are still ahead, but it's checked. 10 doesn't change anything.
No help to any player. So it looks like Cobus has picked up a few chips here. In the end, he's going to bet.
T-Lane going to take the betting lead, yeah.
So we don't know if that's a string bet there.
Yeah,
so
it
yeah,
is.
he's probably going to have to take some of that back. It might have to back it off to 2.2. And Cobus is saying, I'm a non-believer. And rightly so, Jonah. Get your money in there. Let's call him down. Queen on the river, so sixes are still good. Check, check. Tillon will open up and say he missed. He folds his cards. And rightly, Cobus doesn't show his cards. Well done, sir. Shows a bit of experience there. Why show it when the opposition folds?
When the opposition mucks?
Give no information away. Well done, sir. So Monty Montero, right of screen here in the grey t-shirt, will be our under the gun player for hand number 8. 600, 1-2, 1-2 on the big blind ante. And pictures today being brought to you by South Africa's very own card stream.
And the thing that has popped up on your laptop with Scotty Wynn, I love that fella. If you call, it's going to be all over, baby.
He's murder.
Met him at WSOP Africa one year. He came out to play it. Was brought out to play it. It's full of fun. Meanwhile, we've been folded all the way around to Zita in the cutoff. She folds. Thielon's calling the button with 10-2 suited. He's going around like he did in the 6K. Wants to see a lot of flops. Ace-9 for Cobus in the biggest checked after Prashalan completed. So we'll go three-way to the flop with the same 3 players.
All spades. Ace of spades for Cobus.
Yeah, it's a nice flop for him with ace of spades.
Got a redraw sort of backdoorish with the 9 as well, which is always nice.
The jack is going to be bet by Prashalan. He's not getting rid of Cobus in a hurry, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
Thielon will get out the way. He's got 2 diamonds, no draw. He's out the way quickly. So we'll go 2 to the turn. 6, no help for Cobus. Prashalan will continue. It's going to be a snap call.
Yeah, so spade or an ace. No help, so check mark goes to Prashalan. Can he continue the story? Checks
He
it.
checks now.
Cobus says, no, sorry, you're not having that, matey. I've missed, but I'm going to fire. This is showing a bit of experience here from Cobus.
Very much so.
Carving out a nice raise, nice and easy, puts it in the middle there, and asking Prashalan the question.
Prashalan sitting with a jack with a 5 kicker. And he's being asked to call 9.8, which was a nice bet into the pot. pot was sitting around 16, just over 16, 17, and he's bet 9.8.
I think he's going to get called in.
Yeah, I think there's a non-believer.
Prashadh worked it out, I think. Has he made his mind up? Maybe looking for something from Kobus. And he says, good call. Missed my flush draw. Well done. Nice call, Prashadh. Good try there, Kobus. I don't think there's nothing wrong with your sizing. I think Prashadh just sniffed it out.
Yeah, I think you've got to give him credit to make the move there on the river. You know, a lot of new players will just check there. So she's showing experience that he's been around for a while, played the game. Harris Swanepoel will be under the gun. He will still need to come and see Gary to collect his t-shirt, having been the closest guest to the combined weight of the Tech boys and Gary and myself. He's come up from Rustenburg to come and join us for this 4K event. And he's going along very nicely.
Indeed. Zita with ace-jack here. She's going to bet.
She's raised to 4.2.
4.2. That'll thin the field. What do I know? Dylan calls immediately.
Yeah, you got ace-7 suited, 7-2 folded. Kobus gets out the way. So right, you go two-way to the flop.
So the ace is not what Dylan wants to see here.
No, definitely not. He's looking for sevens or clubs.
They say seven's always coming.
Well, not this time.
Well, we've got two more cards, we'll see. So, sorry, a straight draw for Zita.
She was the pre-flop aggressor.
So we need to see a continuation from you here, Zita. Maybe just stick a purple one in there.
She has checked.
Check.
Checks behind.
Don't know if I like that, but we'll see.
The 9 gives them both a straight draw.
Up and down.
Tilan bottom.
Yeah, Tilan's got the dummies end. There's the 5.
Hey.
Okay, it's not 5, it's 4-2. Tilan says, I'm going to call this, have a look. I'm going to straight up and down. And that is that, as they say, for Tilan.
Yeah, he's made it. But it's the bottom end. The queen is beating him. So now Zita has checked because it's a dangerous board for her, even though she's hit her jack. Flush has got there, straight has got there. She's got a jack on a very, very wet board.
Yeah, I think she can get away from this.
It's bet 11.2.
Any queen, any 7, any king. What are you beating, Zita? Any ace, sorry. She's going to call it down.
She's beating a bluff, and that's all.
Yeah, I think the wise Zita would fold here. Let's see what she's going to give Tilan his value bet. She's in the tank, replaying the hand in her head, trying to decide if this is a call or not. She decides to give it the call.
She makes the call.
Oh, she raised it. No, he's put his head in his hands.
She's raised.
Bet
What a
to
play.
25.
Whoop, what a play.
That's serious poker.
Which is why I would check the straight behind when you've got the dummies end at the back there and not put yourself in this hard take. She's raised to 25. He bet 11.2. He's got a call. He's making the call though quite quickly. He doesn't like it, but he's calling. She's showing ace jack. And he shows the 7 and the straight.
Great call. Great call.
I think it just wasn't enough more, Gary.
Well, he's also got 200 behind.
Why is the Money going to her. It's not to her. There we go. Dealer's fixing it up. Sorting out her change, and now we will shift it across to Dylan. Bit of post-hand analysis going on.
That was a gutsy move there by Zita.
I think it was the repop was just too little. When you're sitting with 200 behind, almost you can make that call for a min-click over. You don't like it. He didn't like it, but it's tough to fold the straight there.
Yep, I agree. Okay, so we will move on to hand number 10 and try and get a few more hands in for these guys. New players to the feature table. Lovely to see them up here.
So Zita showing she's not scared to mix it up there, guys. Making that strong play there on the river. Just the sizing a little out.
I think so. I think it's you to put the 50 in, he might have folded.
Yeah, when she first threw the chip in and she announced it to the dealer, I think he thought it was the 50 because he's the other side of the screen. So raised by Tilania. Zita with ace-10 suited. It's folded quickly round to Monty. He's defending with ace-2 from the small blind. Pocket 5 for Hudlis in the big. He can afford to set mine with his stack, Gary.
I would have thought so. There's obviously been quite a bit of action on this table, or people have been knocked out or something, I'm sure.
Yeah, because if you look at the big stacks, and they all started with 150, nobody's drastically down. So somebody must have been knocked out to give those other players those monster stacks.
For sure. So Artis missed his 5s. Check from Monty. Artis is ahead, by the way.
Yeah,
Tillen's
Thielen
going to make a
continues.
move here. Wow. Obviously got rid of him.
Well, there's 3 overs to his 5 straight away, which, you know, it's always tough. It's always tough unless you put the guy on, but now the queen is arrived, so he could be on ace-queen that he raised with.
Yep, for sure. So everybody's sitting pretty deep, but Monty's bottom of the stack with 74 bigs, but in no danger whatsoever. Plenty of playability in that stack, and he will be in good shape tomorrow. This will be the last level, I believe. We're going to play through to about 7:45, and then they'll bag and tag. Which is good news for those people who worked late last night and got up early this morning.
Absolutely, guys.
I will be having an early night.
Myself, and then we're back at 10 tomorrow.
I believe so.
That is the structure on the original schedule, apparently. They've got an 11 AM start for it, but that's for this event.
Ace King for Charlotte.
It's 2 different times given here, guys.
Yep, we'll have a look now. Tomorrow's Thursday, huh?
Yeah, 10 AM. There it is there. Continuation of the Little Grand Slam, day 2.
We'll have to get it confirmed. Yeah, bit of a nice hand going on here. A7 suited for Zita. So that's called with the A7 suited. Tillen decides to come along with the ace crackers.
The other little Ryan Dreyer silent nuts 3-2 suited. And he's hit the 2, but the king is also there for Prashalin.
Yep.
Nothing for Zita.
Yeah, not even a spade draw, so that's a check. Tillender's going to rep his 2.
He's going to run into the big AK at the other side of him.
Yeah, aggressive player, but I think he's going to run into a bit of a brick wall now.
And there's the re-raise coming. Zita will be quickly out the way.
We're going to find out about 15-20 minutes what time we're due back anyhow, so no point in bugging people now.
Thielen making the call after he got repopped. So he's looking for a heart or a 2 or a 3. The diamond is no good to him.
No.
And Prashalan is holding the ace of diamond, so I think Thielen reps here is going to get rid of him. He's gone check, check. And there's the nuts for Prashalan.
Just in this situation here, he has to bet. If he doesn't bet, it's a penalty.
Yeah, he has the stone cold. There's no straight flush there. There's nothing else beating him. He has the stone cold nuts.
And that's to stop collusion.
Yeah, there's no way Thielen can make a call there. He made a speculative bet and then call of the re-raise. He's shown the ace of diamonds.
Yeah, so that's a tournament rule, global. In the event you're the last person to act in a hand and you have the absolute stone cold nuts, if you fail to bet, you will be penalised because it's seen as collusion. In other words, surrendering to a player when you know you have the beat. That is how the rule works. If you have the stone cold nuts and there is no better hand available or a chop available, and you are the very last person to act in a hand, you must bet. Even if it's just a min bet, you must bet. If you fail to bet, you will be penalised by the tournament director. Okay, Prashalan, who just had the stone cold nuts, has now got 55. 2 black cards.
Speed limit.
Indeed.
He raised it to 3. Quibus is a quick call with King
Yeah,
Queen.
stamp call.
King
Once
Jack
he
has come.
calls. Very nice. Artis is going to come along here. He's actually thinking of raising, I think.
From the button. He'll be in position for the hand. It looks like he is doing so, Gaz.
Know your players. Zeta, quick fold.
So I know you know Hardest well. Have you played with him much,
Yeah,
Gary?
yeah.
Okay. So he knows his way around the poker table.
Oh yeah, he's not nobody's fool. Prashalan is now going to say, MR5 is good here. I think you got Peel one here with a stack of 300.
I would imagine he can set mine with that from there. No, he's not going to.
Gobus is having none of it. Keep him honest, Gobus. Love your work.
And Monty hasn't shown that he would like to fold at all once he's put chips in.
That's good. So we got 3 players to the flop. Lots of kings, lots of jacks, lots of tens, lots of aces. None on the flop. So our ace high is still ahead. Gobus having a little sneak preview there. See what's going down.
Hardest will keep the betting lead after having 3-bet pre.
With the best hand.
And there's nothing for the other 2 to continue with. Nicely played, sir. He's showing he's very accomplished already, Gary. The few moves he's made, you can see why his stack is where it is. He raised with 7-2 from the button. He's 3-bet with the button again with ace-10. His C-bets have been spot on. He's playing very well, Gary.
Yeah, size has been good as well. So, but I admire Monty and Gilbers for keeping him honest there. I think if I'd have been Prashalan, I might have peeled there, but you know, he's the guy sat out there. He knows what's going on, the temperature of the table and all that. So since Zita made that 25k move, she's kind of shut down a little bit now.
Yeah, I think she's waiting for a little more premium before she gets involved again.
Understandable.
You get burnt. There's 2 schools of thought. They either shut down for a little bit or they go a little bit too wide, trying to get it back.
Well, Kubus is not going wide here. That's rubbish. Monty Montero with the ace-10 this time. So Zita's got ace-4 here on the button, so in position. I like a call here. Thielen with the jack-10.
Prashalan with the suited king has come along as well, with lots of value.
Let's see who hits this one, Mark. 882. There's a 2 for Charlotte.
2 is ahead here now. And he's going to bet it.
He is indeed. I love his work.
Love it.
He's not putting anybody else on an 8, so can't take it away from me.
4-4. Monty's not folding.
Like Monty's call here. Speculative, but I like it.
Oh, he's repping that he's got a bigger pair than the 2. I was the raiser. So he's repping that he's got a bigger pair than the 2.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So unless Prashalan thinks there's an 8 in his range for raising, Prashalan will know he's good now.
Yeah, I like the check
Checks
as well.
it, loves it. Nice check.
Okay, so no flush gets there.
And he's got a bigger full house now. No, 2's full of 8s. 2's full of kings. Yeah, 2's full of kings, bigger.
Yeah.
2's full of kings, bigger full house.
I don't think he's going to get paid off here. No.
No.
Unlucky, well tried. Valiant effort, Monty. Valiant effort. And Charlton wants the show. He wants the show.
No, he does.
Show it or move on. Let's go. Don't waste time.
Just shows the king. Just shows the king. So the streams are up and running from half an hour ago.
There we go. All sorted. No comments as yet.
Not
That's
too
fine.
much longer left on play tonight, Gary.
No, but another 10-15 minutes.
So his player's got a little bit of experience on the feature table, got a little bit of TV time.
Attention all dealers in the little stand. Dealers, if you pay attention, then you please complete the hand you're on and do not deal another hand. All dealers in the little stand, complete the hand you're on. Once it's complete, please put up your hands so that we know all tables are ready.
So the dealers have been asked to complete the hand they're on and then to stop, and then we're going to draw for how many hands to be played till the end.
It'll be 4 tonight.
Gary's putting the clairvoyant 4 hands to be played. Meanwhile, the hand has gone round in a limped pot. So we've got 3-way to the flop, 2 blinds versus the under the gun limper. And Quibus with a queen in the big blind has found the best of it. Monty limped under the gun, so now he's going to have a little stab at it. Prashalan will get out the way. There's nothing for him with the king 7. There's a strong bet, 11.5.
Extremely.
And repopped immediately with the queen. There we go, an insta-fold. Insta-fold. So Quibus takes a plus 13.9k there.
I'm going to move on to my third bit of paper.
Having fun there, guys.
Having a senior moment. Made the same mistake twice.
Prashalan 320k out of the top there. Carter is the second in chips. Graphics moved off rather quickly.
Players in the little stand, please pay attention to me. All players in the little stand. We're going to draw now for the number of hands for the rest of the evening. When we've completed this process, once your table is finished the allotted hands, you'll get a bag to bag your chips. When you bag your chips, please write your names clearly in capital block letters. Your name and your chip count. We don't need to know your seat number because you'll be reassigned to another seat tomorrow. So your name and your chip count in block letters. If you want to check your stack with your dealer, you're welcome to do so, and then you can sign for it. The dealer will sign next week if you want to check your chip stack. If the dealer hasn't signed your chip stack tomorrow, and you complain that your bag has not got the same amount of chips in it, then we will not entertain it. Let me tell you, your bags are safe. You seal them yourself. They will not be opened. So whatever number you write in there doesn't really make a difference unless you check it with a dealer if you're going to check it tomorrow morning. But I can assure you, you will be safe. Right, I'm at this table here, and you're going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to ask the lady, Chandra, to deal. We're going to deal for 3, 4, or 5 hands. She dealt a 5. Right, we will play 5 hands. 5 more hands. Dealers, once your 5 hands are complete, dealers, I'm talking to the dealers now. Dealers, when your 5 hands are complete, please put up your hand and one of the floor will bring you your bags to bag up. Once you've completed, the bags will arrive at your table. You will not get bags until your whole table is complete. Dealers, you can shut up and deal. We will resume tomorrow, players, at 11 a.m. sharp. Cards will be in the air at 11 a.m. sharp tomorrow morning.
Right, so we move on now. We're going to have 5 hands played tonight. Five hands to be played. Nine, 8 for Thielen in the cutoff. It's folded to him. He has come in, limped in, and now there's a raise by Prashalin. Ace 8. Folded quickly round. To Thielen. He's called. So we go 2 to the flop, and Monty Montero also came along. So it was Thielen that raised, not Prashalin. Graphics catching up. And Prashalin, it's Prashalin and Thielen in the hand. Prashalin bets in position and takes down the hand with the ace on the river. And he hit an ace on the flop as well. So that was the first of 5 hands. So Zitterbom will be under the gun. She has folded. Round to Thielen, Jack 10. He has called. Round to Quibus, he's called with the ace 2 suited. Hardest now in the big blind has ace queen. And I doubt that he's going to allow all these limpers to him. Let's have a look what he does. He has raised to 4.2. Thielen's a snap caller. Corbus has come along and Monty gets out the way. So we'll go 3 to the flop. Ace 2 suited versus ace queen versus Jack 10 off.
Six, 6, 2.
And the ace 2 has found the best of the flop. Hardest is going to continue though. Goes 5.5, gets rid of the Jack 10. The ace 2 is having nothing of it. It calls. Three, no help to Hardness. Does give him extra outs because if another 3 comes, he will counterfeit the 2 and share the pot. There's another 2. There's a lock on the hand for Quibus now. Now Hardus checks. And Quibus has got the tick mark and puts in a bet. He's bet 15,000 on the river. And Hardus looks like he wants to pay more here, thinking we're splitting the pot. 6s and 2s with an ace kicker. Maybe you've got a busted flush draw because there were 2 hearts on the flop. So he hasn't snap folded yet. He's holding the 15 in his hand. And Quibus may well get paid off here. So asking, if I fold, will you show? Going through all that. He makes the call and sees the bad news. So nice pot to Quibus there. He'll welcome that in. Charlene out in front, 327,000. Hardus still very comfortable, 276,000. And nobody short at all. So we have 3 more hands to go. That was the second of the 5. And Hardus says exactly what I said. I thought he missed his flush and that we were splitting with the ace. Exact sort process there. So Tilan Governor under the gun. 7-6 off. So limps in. Loves to see flops, Tilan.
I think he's got a reasonably sized stack there, hasn't he?
180k.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just up on starting though.
what was the starting stack? 100?
150.
Oh, 150, sure.
So it's gone all the way around in a limp pot. We have 4 players. So Hardus has got the best of this, hitting the 9.
Zita made a pair with a 3, of course.
So Hardus bets the 9.
She has to fold here, of course.
Tilan has a gut shot, he comes along. Monty has 2 overs and floats 1. 4 no help for anyone. So the 9 of Hardus is well in front now, the king 9. And he continues his story. Betting top pair with a decent kicker, and he gets the other 2 players to fold. And he'll take plus 9.8k. Right, so we move to the next hand. 2 hands left. Pushalan is under the gun. This is the penultimate hand for the evening. He's done a good job. Started with 150k. He's more than doubled his stack. So he's done a good job. Good night's work. So folded round. Monty's found the nice hand. King, queen suited. And he's raised. Pocket sevens for Hudis on the button. I definitely think he's going to set mine from there, in position. He might even 3-bet. Yeah, and he has 3-bet. Keeping up the pressure. Everyone else folds. So back to Monty.
Looks like he's called.
Yeah, he's asking for change. Hardest will oblige.
So let's see if the seven's always coming.
Yeah, the classic flip. 2 overs to the pair.
All diamonds.
No one has a diamond in their hand.
Monty looking for king or queen here.
Hardest will continue, and there's nothing for Monty there. Hardest shows him the sevens because he showed the king queen. So this is the last hand for the evening, Gary, in the Little Slam.
Okay.
Brand new event at Monster Jam. And very well supported so far. And I know a number of players that are coming tomorrow. Gordon Pariachi is one that said he's only going to jump in tomorrow, and quite a few others.
Well, they'll be starting reasonably deep, I'm sure.
How did we end up in the Grand Slam for numbers? Did you have a look?
You're banging up your chips, please write your name in capital block letters. Capital block letters, your name and your chip stack. That's all we need. Please do not suspect your
So all of these guys will be getting a bag for tomorrow, which is good.
And they have to return at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning.
That's what their start time.
Yeah, it was announced by the tournament director. Which is the time that was given to us on the sheet here. 11 a.m. start.
So that's a 9 a.m. start for us.
Ace 10 for Hardest. He's had a few fair decent hands, but he's played everything well. One misstep with a call. He thought that Kobus had missed a flush, and he made the ace high call, 15k on the river.
Yeah.
But other than that, very solid.
See, Corbin's stack has built up a little bit more now. I believe this is the last hand, huh?
This is the last hand, Gary. So a little bit of something there for Prashalan and Tilan. Tilan has a gut shot, and Prashalan has an up and down. But he doesn't want to find the 6 for the top end of that.
No, he doesn't.
So the ace 10 has got out the way, and we have 2 players going to the turn. King changes nothing. It's gone check. He's still only on a draw. Check back. He now hits the 2. The 2 is going to be good. Let's have a look if Tilan tries to steal it on the river. He's missed his draw.
That's the only way he's going to win.
He's looking at his chips. He's watching Prashalan out of the peripheral vision there. Oh, he has checked. So now Prashalan bets and he folds.
And that, as they say, is that.
So that is it for the evening. Tilan says to you, 2 was good, brother. I missed my draw.
So that's a wrap, as they say, where I come from. Thanks, Mark. Thanks to the tech team, Brothers and HP.
Thanks, Gary.
And we'll be back at 11 tomorrow on the air. We'll be back at 9. So it's good night from them, good night from him, and good night from me.
Mjpt brings you a brand new event. Introducing the Little Grand Slam. This event takes place on Wednesday, the 3rd of March at 3 p.m. Buy-in is 4,000 Rand and it will get you 150,000 chips for your starting stack. You get to experience the famous Mjpt Grand Slam structure for a fraction of the buy-in. Play alongside the Grand Slam and get to experience the very best of high-stakes poker for just 4,000 Rand. Join us on Wednesday, the 3rd of March at 3 p.m. to experience this brand new exciting event at Carnival City. Mjpt brings you a brand new event. Introducing the Little Grand Slam. This event takes place on Wednesday, the 3rd of March at 3 p.m. Buy-in is 4,000 Rand and it will get you 150,000 chips for your starting stack. You get to experience the famous Mjpt Grand Slam structure for a fraction of the buy-in. Play alongside the Grand Slam and get to experience the very best of high-stakes poker for just 4,000 Rand. Join us on Wednesday, the 3rd of March at 3 p.m. to experience this